Alright, so you're coming to Dublin for St. Patrick's Day and you're expecting green everywhere, lively pubs, and some old Irish man telling you a story over Guinness. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's not exactly like that. It's gonna be messy, it's gonna be loud, and it's gonna be nothing like you expected it to be. And here's a secret. Locals don't actually do St. Patrick's Day in Dublin City. But don't worry, that's why I'm here to give you a complete locals guide on how to survive and enjoy St. Patrick's Day in Dublin City. So grab a pint or a strong cup of coffee and let's get into it. So before we actually dive into the madness of St. Patrick's Day, let's have a little history check. So who exactly is St. Patrick? Well, St. Patrick is Ireland's patron saint, and legend has it he drove all the snakes out of Ireland. Sounds cool, right? But small problem. There actually was never any snakes in Ireland. The whole thing is basically a metaphor for him trying to convert the Irish people to Christianity. Originally, St. Patrick's Day was a religious holiday, a time for reflection, family, and Irish heritage. But let's be real. These days, it's an international excuse to drink a bunch of Guinness, wear green, and have a go at Irish dancing. And while the US does it big with their dyed rivers and parades, here in Ireland, we turn it into one massive festival. So you've landed in Dublin, and what's actually going to happen? Well, let me break it down for you on what to expect and some tips to help you prepare. So tip number one, prepare for crowds. The city is absolutely packed, and I mean shoulder to shoulder, can't move, sea of green, absolutely packed, especially in Temple Bar. So if you're not into crowds, brace yourself. Tip number two, the parade is huge, so get there early. It kicks off at around midday and features marching band, dancers, and so much more. And if you want to see the parade in person, you're going to have to get there early. And I mean early, like 10 a.m. or earlier if you want to get a good view. Or if you want to do what the locals do, you can just watch it at home on the TV or in your hotel room. Tip number three, pubs are going to be full by lunchtime. If you're thinking you can casually walk into a pub at 5 p.m, grab yourself a pint, sit in a cozy corner, you're dreaming. By 1 p.m, most places are packed and are standing only, and this doesn't even include Temple Bar because that place is packed first thing in the morning. Tip number five, it's not just drinking. Contrary to popular belief, St. Patrick's Day is more than just pints. There are so many other things to do and enjoy, like family-friendly events, food markets, live music, and even cultural showcases. So if you're not a big drinker, don't worry because there are so many other good things to do. Now here's something a lot of tourists don't realise, but most locals actually leave Dublin on St. Patrick's Day. Why? Because sometimes you don't want to be trapped between 10,000 tourists all wearing plastic green leprechaun hats. So if we're not in Dublin, where do we go to celebrate? Well, here are 3 easy day trips from Dublin where you'll most likely find the locals. First up, we've got Dún Laoghaire, and this is where you go when you still want a great atmosphere without the Temple Bar madness. And what can you actually do here? Well, first off, the views are unreal. You've got the harbour, the long pier, and on a nice day with good weather, you can see all the way out to the mountains. And it's just a really nice, quiet place to spend St. Patrick's Day. And the best part, you have to get an ice cream from Teddy's because they are so good, and it's just a tradition. Next up, we have Howth, and if you want a perfect mix of outdoor adventure and great food, this is where you go. Howth is a little fishing village about 30 minutes outside of Dublin, and it is a local favourite. And on Paddy's Day, it is the perfect place to escape the city, but still enjoy the buzz. So what can you actually do here? Well, first, you have the Howth Cliff Walk, which is famous in Dublin for being one of the best coastal trails because those views are incredible. And if the weather's nice, it's an absolute must. So if you want fresh air, incredible views, and just great food, get yourself to Howth. All right, finally, let's talk about Wicklow, because this is where you're going to want to go if you want to trade the city for beautiful mountains and forests. Wicklow is known as the Garden of Ireland, and for a good reason, because those views are unreal. If you want to see one of the most beautiful waterfalls in Ireland, head to Powerscourt Waterfall. It's absolutely massive and just incredible, and it can be the perfect place to just relax on St. Patrick's Day. And when you're done soaking up all the nature, you'll find some of the best pubs around. One of my favourites is the Wicklow Heather in Laoghaire, and it is so cosy and welcoming, and they do some of the best food in the county, and it's right beside Glendalough. Or for something truly unique, you can head to Johnny Fox's, which is actually one of Ireland's highest pubs. And this is probably one of the best places to spend St. Patrick's Day in Wicklow, because they've got live music, amazing food, and just a buzzing atmosphere without the Temple Bar madness. So there you have it, your ultimate locals guide to spending St. Patrick's Day in Dublin. So whether you're looking for a more chilled day, a scenic hike, or some coastal pints, there is something for everyone. So if you wake up on Paddy's Day and think, maybe I don't want to spend the day cramped up in Temple Bar, well, now you know exactly where to go. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments where you're spending St. Patrick's Day this year. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And last but not least, sláinte.